Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We are live, and this is our weekly Healthy CEO episode number 4, which is super fun to think about. It's funny because I've been honestly having thoughts about a podcast, but I'm thinking like everyone sort of does that, right? And I just don't feel like maybe it's the right time just yet. So you'll have to give me your thoughts and what you think about that. I also just posted in the comments inside of our Facebook community. We are live streaming actually in multiple locations, and I love that because I have so many people that I love engaging with in several different outlets. We live stream over on YouTube, live stream on LinkedIn, and inside of my private Facebook VIP community. You guys are my people. So inside the Facebook group, I just posted in the comments that if you want to connect your account to Restream in Facebook, you can actually engage with me and I can see the chat, and I can see your face and know who's in there because I'm actually in the Restream studio over here. So excited for today's episode, you guys. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Megan Anderson. I've been in health and wellness space now for 10 years, which is crazy to think about. I have my 10-year anniversary this month, actually. I'm not 100% sure on exactly the date, but I know that it was in February, going into March. So that is super exciting for me. Being in network marketing for over a decade now, so much has changed. But it's really exciting to think about how much my career path has just opened up these doors, and surreal. Every time I tell my story to somebody yesterday, was asking me how I became, group fitness instructor and all that. And it was just like these small stepping stones along the way. So today, though, I want to come and talk to you guys about destination addiction. So we have been almost for maybe a week and a half now talking about this inside of my Fit Gym community. For those of you that don't know, I host an online health and wellness community. We're focused on fitness and nutrition. We're supporting each other. It's made up of women, mostly moms, working women who are just working on themselves, working on their best life, and all facets of health and wellness. So not just the fitness, the nutrition, but the mindset piece. And part of what I pride myself on inside of that community is taking a deeper dive into some of that mindset that we struggle with that holds us back from taking like the next step. You'll often hear me talk about next level living and what that means. And that literally is just talking about going from where you are to the next place, right? Or where you are to where you want to head. And I'm often comparing my journey with my health and my fitness to my business because there are just so many parallels. And I also often find myself having these conversations with my business partners, and my coaches, and my teammates, and accountability partners and things. And a lot of these things have just this common thread, right? Where we're sabotaging our joy, where we're giving up when it's too soon. And I want to give you some thoughts and tips today on how to just get out of that stuckness of the end result, the destination, right? We forget about all the really awesome things that happen to us along the way. And this is really where we need to sort of back up and do this. And I will be the first to tell you that I have gotten stuck in this trap so many times. It is not even funny. And when you literally, like last episode, we talked about slowing down in order to speed up, and that was related to your fitness, but that also rings true for your business, your life, whatever it is you're looking to accomplish. You really need to take a step back and take inventory on where you are so that you can see the future, right? So that you can get to that end result, right? I will tell you, like I said, with my fitness and my nutrition, as well as the business. And the business aspect comes to me more often than not because I think about when I first started, And even like in the middle, like 5 years ago, I'm like, I have these goals. I want to reach this status in my company. I want to bring in X number of partners and teammates and things like that, right? And why aren't I getting there? And why isn't the thing happening for me? And I'm so focused on the number, or like if it's the number on the scale or the goal number or the income number or the rank, right? Like you're so focused on that, like that's all you see, and you drive yourself crazy because that's all you can see. You're blinded by that destination, and as a result you do the wrong things, right? I will be the first one to tell you that I've made so many mistakes in this business along the way because I was so worried about those numbers, that end result. In our business, we have what we call Success Club. So it's a number of points that you get every single month. And we have this benchmark and so on and so forth. And it at one point got so bad for me that I was only looking at clients as a number and a dollar figure instead of building connections and taking a step back and really trying to help them uncover what it is that they needed for themselves right there, right? And I knew that just felt awful and icky and horrible. And I'll also be honest with you, I've never once thought about giving up in this business. I've never once thought, this isn't for me. I can't do this. My mindset is that I just get frustrated, but also I got to figure it out. I'm going to figure out how to get around that, right? And so you might be feeling that way with your fitness journey or your nutrition journey, like what those things that stop you, right? So I'm going to give you sort of my thoughts, and I've got 5 tips plus a bonus to share with you guys today, and some of the stories that I've been hearing again with my partners and my clients. And hopefully you can take away some or all of these tips and really change the way that your perspective is going forward so you don't get stuck in that destination addiction, right? Bring the joy back into the journey and have that faith that you're doing all the right things to move forward, right? Okay, so number 1 is keeping a gratitude journal. So every morning I talk about my morning routine all the time. And it really does start with sort of this brain dump of gratitude and the things I'm thankful for. I happen to also pray and read my devotions. So a lot of those things are intertwined with each other. I pray to God about how grateful I am for all the gifts that He's given to me and our family. So I think about the things that I'm thankful for right now, the blessings that I have right in this moment, every single day, a beautiful home to live in, my children, like the basic stuff that I'm super thankful for. And it just really fills me up with that happiness, right? So number 1 tip for you is to create a gratitude list every day. Start a little journal, grab a little notebook, and just write, a handful of things that you are grateful for. The blessings in your life, the blessings in your career, the blessings in that business that you're in. I often think about in our business that we get paid on a weekly basis, and the gifts of the ability to be able to like fill up my gas tank every week and buy groceries with this income that I'm creating for myself and my family. Like those little tiny things that are happening every single day for me and us and our family and my team, right? I think about those blessings. Number 2 is creating a love it list. So what is it that is currently bringing you joy, right? Like what are the things in your life that you are just currently loving? Yesterday I talked about, if you saw my post, I'm scheduling the joy first. So I have a time blocker and a planner, and I have this process every single week. The first things I do every single month and day is look at what is going on and scheduling the joy first. If my kids have a basketball game that they're playing in, or if we're going away snowmobiling, or if we're going to go take a local ride somewhere, like it's winter now, so I'm thinking about my winter fun sports. Am I going to go, visit my mom? Like, what are the things that are going on? Is it date night? Is it girls' night? I always plan my family dinner night and things of that nature, right? So thinking about what is currently bringing you joy. Do you like to go dancing? Do you like to do couponing or scrapbooking? Like, what's your favorite hobby? Are you a skier, a snowmobiler, right? Like, what are the things that are currently bringing you joy, and write those things down, right? All of those things. So keep that love it list, reread it to yourself, and thinking about, even when you have to step into the fitness or the nutrition aspect, right, of what is bringing you joy. Like for me, it's my workouts. I love my trainers. I love Beachbody On Demand, Now Body. And today they actually flipped the switch on a whole new look. So look at my stories later. I'm going to be sharing that with you guys. But I get so excited, like still to this day, I geek out over the workouts, and I'm actually getting ready to start a new 8-week challenge that I'm super excited about. Like that's kind of stuff that brings me joy, right? I get excited about making a really yummy meal that's going to fuel my body after all of these things, right? The other aspect is teaching my classes and bringing my knowledge to my people in person, right? And maybe it's with your business. Maybe you absolutely love connecting with people. Maybe the favorite thing about what it is that you do in your business is going live on social media and sharing and educating with people about your business and what you do and how you can get excited, and you're bringing that joy to somebody else, right? What fills you up? Okay, so keep that love it list near you, and reread that on a daily basis. Number 3, this is a huge one. Stop comparing yourself to other people. And we all fall into that trap. I know it. I'm so guilty of this myself. If it's not social media and seeing all the fads and the trends, and the one thing lately that's really bugging me is all the before and after photos and all these places. Like it sucks you into this, oh, look at this transformation they're getting. What are they doing, right? And who knows really what is happening there. You're seeing this before and after. It's a marketing gimmick to get you to come in and see them, right? And of course, I will always share with you guys my transformations, but it's more than those before and afters, right? There's so much more to it, of what we offer and what it is that I do as a fitness professional. I almost sometimes hate to just share those, physical pictures, right? So we get caught up in looking at, oh, this one's doing keto. Look at how shredded she is. This one's doing this, and look at what she's doing, and all the noise and the blinder, right? With this business, when I first started, I thought that I had to be this blonde bombshell, hourglass. It was so intimidating at first. Thought you had to fit into this mold, or you're going along your business and you're on social media and you see, look at, she's doing these dancing TikTok stories and look how successful and going viral she is. Like, that's not me. But I'm thinking to myself, I need to do that to be successful. I better do that like her because that's why she's successful. No, you need to put those blinders on. You need to be yourself. You need to run your own race, because you know what? I'm not her. You're not her. And you'll never be her, right? You can say, look, I want 6-pack like her. I want to have abs and a booty like her. That's never going to happen because you're not this person. You're not her. You're you. And that's the only thing that you'll ever be. So you need to find your voice. You need to find your path. You need to find what works best for you. You will always hear me tell my clients, the best diet and fitness program is the one that you can stay consistent with, the one that works for you, long-term, for life. Fit, I cannot say that. You'll hear me. Right? Like there are so many paths to choose, right? But you need to really find your voice, your path, your destination. Okay. So you need to put those blinders on. Okay. Because all that this does is pull you away from focusing on yourself. When you're so focused on what everybody else is doing, you stop thinking about your joy, what you're grateful for, and the blessings. you get anxiety, you get all the things. Like if you have to turn off social media, then turn off social media. There's been a lot of times where I've had to like unfriend people and dump all of that stuff in order to be more focused, to feel more joy and be grateful for my path and what I'm doing, what feels good to me in my gut and my heart. And it's funny because I think about my mom often when I think about that, right? And I'm telling my kids, like, she would say to me, in your gut if it's right, right? Like you have that sense of right and wrong, and in your gut what's right for you, what's best for you. And don't let anybody else tell you that, what it needs to be for you. Okay. So stop comparing yourself. Number 4 is being present in the moment. So stop thinking about the future, stop thinking about what it's going to be like in 5 years. When I retire, I will be. When I lose 10 pounds, I will do. I get that so often when I hear, from people that they don't want to start something because all the stars have to be in alignment, right? All these things have to be perfect before they can start or do or be or whatever. Live in the moment. Stop worrying about the future. Be present with what you have. Get rid of those distractions, even if it means stop thinking about that future goal, right? Unplug, put the phone away, put away the to-do lists, right? And just be in that moment. I try so often, it is something that you have to practice every single day. When I go to my daughter's basketball game, aside from taking video, I try super hard to just like not answer messages, even like when there's downtime and stuff. And before, that was me. I was like, my head was in my phone. When we first moved here, she would call me out. She'd be like, you're not watching me at the soccer game. All I look up and see is your face in your phone. Like she would tell me that. Like that is hard, right? So be present in that moment. Unplug. Be with your friends. Be with your family. Whatever that looks like for you. Number 5, celebrate the small wins. Oh my gosh, every week I'm checking in with my challengers. How did it go? What is one win you had from last week? What does that look like for you this week? We are talking always about that 1%. You hear me say, just if you could just do 1% better today than you did yesterday, what does that look like for you, right? Because those little tiny seemingly insignificant things are going to get you to the end result. They are, okay? But when we don't focus on the things that we're doing today and yesterday, that is going to help you to move forward. Okay, so the biggest mistake you can wait is to not to celebrate all the things along the way, right? Every consistent little efforts along the way. We talk about this a lot with the fitness and nutrition, right? It seems so unsexy to just be consistent and just, sorry to burst your bubble, but that's how you find that success, right? So for my clients, that is logging their water every day, making sure they're tracking their water, logging their workouts, pushing play on their workout every single day. Maybe it is making sure that their plate is balanced, right? 80% of the time. So those little tiny things every single day, like going forth, right? For my my partners and my team members, we have a task list that we work from every single day. So checking off the boxes, I will always tell them, I don't think I have it with me today, but when I am tracking what I'm doing every single day, those are the months that I'm the most successful. And I can look back and say the months that I counted, how many conversations I had or how many new people I made connections with, those are the months that I'm the most successful because I was tracking my results and logging that all along the way. And when you're consistent with those tiny little things, they will get you to the end. It does add up, right? And we are always talking about staying consistent, right? And the other big part of it is like, you can't expect to see success in 30 days, 60 days, in 6 months. Like, whether it's with your fitness, whether it's with your nutrition, whether it's with a new business that you're starting, you're not going to see success overnight. right? So you have to make that commitment to yourself that I am going to have all of these little things in place because I want this future. My goals are XYZ, and I am going to find the joy and gratitude all along the way so that I can continue to be excited about my path and my passion. Okay. So my bonus tip to you guys is don't give up. You gotta have faith. And I know it's not rocket science and it's not, mind blowing, but it really, really is that simple. The small, insignificant things every day are going to add up to big things. I know that not every day is going to be incredible, but when you're doing these 5 things, every single day, every single week, you will all of a sudden go, holy cow, I'm there. Like it's going to come out of nowhere. It's like it sneaks up on you. We have this 13-week program that I go on and on about with my mamas. They get started with this, try it to like rebuild their strength and energy and stuff. And so it's 13 weeks long, and it's such a slow progression. Like when they get about halfway through, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm lifting more weights. Oh my gosh, this doesn't hurt me anymore. Oh my gosh, like all these like eurekas. I'm like, see, like it's happening, right? But you have to give yourself some time. You got to give yourself a break, and you have to stay the path. Okay. And I will tell you too that if it were easy, everyone would be doing it, right? If I feel like it takes a certain person, a certain personality to be determined enough to stick with it, right? The goal should be that good so that you want to stay the course. And it's not for everybody, right? Because once again, if it were easy and it didn't take effort or work, everybody you see would be healthy and skinny and strong, right? More and more people would be entrepreneurs and starting businesses for themselves and growing teams because, the end result is amazing, right? Some of this is like, it's like just so almost too good to be true in some respects, but it takes effort. It takes work and it takes consistency, and you have to have that faith and sometimes a little bit of discipline, but the habits and the practicing over and over and over will all of a sudden become a routine. And then you'll look back and go, 10 years later, I'm here and I'm in the best shape of my life and I'm leading a team and it's fun and I'm loving it and I'm teaching others how to do the same, right? Okay, so if you guys have any questions, make sure you comment and let me know. The 5 tips I will try to post inside of our Facebook community. I do have a little really awesome graphic that I can share with you guys. But if if you have questions, you're needing help and anything else, please let me know. I am always here, excited for episode number 4. See me next week for episode number 5. Do you think it should be a podcast, or do you love the whole video thing? I kind of like the whole video thing, and I know that you can do both with podcasts too. But just feeling like being a little different is good as well, right? Stand out among the sheep is my thought. All right, you guys, happy Friday Eve, and thanks for watching.